Anyhow, just to get to it, after we took our Mutter pledge and started our wave, just to tell you in general about running, I'm going to give you guys kind of like a very brief rundown of each obstacle, but just know that I'm not going to tell you how far we ran in between each. Not every obstacle was evenly placed, but they weren't back to back to back either. So they were pretty much evenly spaced, but we did have a couple of areas where we had run maybe a mile in between an obstacle at one spot. But you know, it's not like you stop. You you do the obstacle and you keep going. So one of the things I did want to bring up is they last minute, and I don't know if it was because of weather conditions or just to make this so much harder, they changed the course on us last minute. They made a bunch of changes and a bunch of obstacle order changes and everything, and actually completely moved the location from being in the sports park to being directly beside it. So when they did that, they updated us. They gave us a course map and everything, but they were still saying, oh, it's 10.1 miles. Well, the course ended up being 12 miles. And what was it, guys? We didn't know that till about mile 8 or mile 9 when we were running and running and running and running and running and doing obstacles and running and doing obstacles and running, and it was never ending. And we added up how the spacing would have to be between the obstacles for it to only be 10 miles, and we know it was a 12-mile course. So we were all thinking about it and talking about it, and it'll be interesting, you know, to see if they post anything official or make a comment on it. But it was absolutely over 10 miles, because there was one place that when we had thought we would have hit mile 10, we were pretty sure we would have hit mile 10. The obstacles would have been like they would have had to have been every quarter mile, and they weren't. So we know it was a 12-mile course. It just made it kind of hard on that last quarter of the course. It really did feel never ending, and the weather was very windy and cold. Anyhow,